Scientists have a new theory to explain why Earth has remained a lone outpost for life in our solar system. Earth has stayed livable despite natural events that robbed neighboring planets of the ability to host and sustain life.
Now, researchers say that's because of the geologic cycles Earth has gone through for millions of years and is still going through. On Assignment's Philip Alexio talked with VOA science blogger Rick Pantaleo for more. Check it out.
What's the most revealing part about this report?
Well, I think to me the most revealing part of it is how amazing natural geologic cycles control the climate of the Earth by the absorption and release of carbon dioxide, and it's been doing it for millions of years. And in this particular study, what they wound up finding was that the rocks that are the result of the uplifting of the mountains, such as the Andes Mountains and the Himalayas and so forth, throws off a lot of rocks and minerals as the mountains are emerging. And these rocks absorb carbon dioxide. The opposite of what would happen is if the carbon dioxide, all the carbon dioxide was taken away, there would be no greenhouse effect.
And we'd all freeze to death.
And we would all freeze to death. We'd be as cold as Mars. Mm-hmm. Except Mars doesn't have an atmosphere and we do. But we would be cold. So at the same time that it absorbs carbon dioxide, according to the study, these rocks also slowly release carbon dioxide back into the air. It's stored carbon dioxide, it releases slowly. But this has been going on for millions of years. The scientists then wanted to find out if it was unique, because they were in the Andes Mountains area. They wanted to find out if it was unique to just the Andes Mountains area they were studying. So they did check data from other areas such as the Himalayas and found that this phenomena is global in aspect. And they also wanted to check other records too, so they checked marine records of ocean rocks that date back millions of years. And keep in mind, if we didn't have carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, no greenhouse effect, and no life on Earth.
Now, what happens, for example, and I don't know if it's related to this report, when, say, Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines erupts and spews ash and plume around the Earth, and scientists from the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration, they say that it basically, that event cooled the Earth for a while. Is there any relation to that sort of event compared to what this report says?
I would say no, because what you're talking about with the release of volcanic ash, and of course volcanic ash could be so fine, but what it does, it sort of creates a sunscreen in the atmosphere of fine ash, and what happens is sun is filtered out. And when you're filtering sunlight, you're not getting the full effect of the sun. One of the things I asked Mark Torres, who was one of the, matter of fact, the lead author of the study, I asked him, I said, you know, would these natural processes play with man-made carbon dioxide, such as what we're experiencing now with the increase of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere? And the way he told me is, yeah, but it's going to take a long time since the rocks and the natural processes takes a different timetable altogether. It'll take millions of years, but we won't know if it'll fully counteract the carbon dioxide that we're putting out.
But right now it's balanced.
Well, it depends on what side of the argument you are on climate change, but right now it seems as though carbon dioxide, according to a lot of studies, is a great amount accumulating in the atmosphere.
Our thanks to VOA science blogger Rick Pantaleo.
All right, it's time for another break. Coming up, the push for religious freedoms collides with healthcare reform. You're watching On Assignment.